Welcome to British Business, The Bottom Line. Every week, me and Matt sit down to talk about the real stuff, the news affecting your business, the lessons we've learned the hard way, and the things nobody tells you when you're running your own show. Whether you're just starting out or you've been at it for years, this one's for you. I'm Charlie Smith. And I'm Matt Holland. Let's get into it.
Oh my God!
That is so. Do you know, that's probably one of the things I'm most proud of anything is that jingle. That is an intro, that is, isn't it?
Rebrand. I honestly, I bloody love it. It is flipping bob on.
Matt, what do you reckon of that,
mate? I think it was top tier. It's the best thing you've ever done, Charlie.
When did you first hear it, Matt?
Probably about 15 minutes ago, I think.
Yeah. Charlie, that is class.
It is good.
I'm
He
really
won't have
happy
done
with
it.
it,
He won't have, Charlie, for people listening, Charlie will not have done that. That will have been someone in his team.
No. That
Charlie,
is all over.
Give me some credit. That was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed making that.
What AI did you use? No, I'm taking the...
That's my voice. That's me. That is me talking. I've recorded that. I've recorded that into a microphone, and then it's been placed over some music in video editing software, and it's been exported as a WAV file for all those geeks out there.
Yeah, that is.
Which apparently, Matt, is very good, according to Sam, who helped me make it.
well, Riverside.
Sam helped me make it, and he said it's really good if your podcast ends up going is ever played on like a cinematic screen. And I thought, do you know what?
There you go.
I reckon I could see us doing an episode in a cinema one day.
Well, listen, I
definitely.
I'm speak honestly now. I think it is really good. I think you've done us proud, mate. So, for people listening at home, driving on the way to the gym, out running, speaking to a few people today who listen, and we basically rebranded. So we've got Jacob on here for a bit of a laugh. He's had 3 minutes warning just to hear his reaction. But Charlie, So go on, Charlie. Hit us with the name of the podcast again. Just remind us all.
The podcast new name. It's going to be called British Business, The Bottom Line.
I like that. That's serious, isn't it? That's
with Matt and Charlie.
No,
or Charlie and Matt.
It's nameless so that we can be replaced if needed be.
Yeah,
right.
If we end up being shit, then the podcast can be taken over by people who are actually good at it.
Exactly. If Charlie doesn't hit the ratings, he can be replaced. If I don't hit the ratings, I'll be replaced. That's the way it works.
So I said to Matt last night, right, Charlie, I was like, I think it should just be British Business with Matt and Charlie. And because you two it is hilarious listening. My Monday routine is driving to my storage unit and listening to you two. And my favourite bit is when Matt sets you off and you just have a rant about something.
Oh God! I don't know if I have one today. I thought of something the other day, but yeah, I'm fairly mellow today, to be honest with you, Jake. I'm
sure he can find something to rile you up with.
He'll say something in a minute. It'll piss me right off, and I'll be away.
We will do. Well, listen, we just wanted to get Jacob's humour and laughter on at the start.
Yeah.
We're gonna love you and leave you, Jacob.
God bless, Matt. I will say though, Matt, if you haven't seen it already, go onto the Workwear Innovations Instagram and look at it's the advert for them tops that you're wearing right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is the Utility 2.0 chore jacket from Premier, and do you know what? They are so cool.
Yeah, that is some content marketing right there. I loved it.
It's the smartest I've ever looked, I think.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
right, Jacob, have a great evening.
Love you and leave you. Ta-da.
God bless. God save the King.
Oh, flipping bloody right.
What a great start to an episode.
I'm just going to... that is fantastic. But my bloody jingle intro thing, do you know what? I fucking love it. I reckon that was take 2 as well. Welcome to British Business, The Bottom Line. Every week, me and Matt sit down to talk about the real stuff, the news affecting your business, the lessons we've learned the hard way, and the things nobody tells you when you're running your own show. Whether you're just starting out or you've been at it for years, this one's for you. I'm Charlie Smith. And I'm Matt Holland. Let's get into it. Matt, can I just say one thing? Do you know how many times it took me to say the word British? British.
British.
I messed that word up so many times. If you listen to it again, British. It's the only word I pronounce without like some sort of Wiltshire/Bristolian fake accent.
Oh, so good, mate. Yeah,
Proper
you've
posh,
done us
like
proud,
lasagna.
then, mate. Well done. So,
thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm very well. Yeah, I'm glad we've changed the name of the podcast. I've not liked the with Matt Holland bit for quite a while, actually. To be honest with you, I don't know.
No, I've never liked it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's very honest and direct. Thank you for that, mate. Well, you don't like me, or you don't like the name of the podcast, or both?
No, I love you. I love you.
Oh dear,
I love you.
I think the thing with it is
British business with Matt Holland. I think it was good, mate. I feel very privileged that you decided to change the name. I'm not going to say it was solely for me, but you were open to the idea and we were open to the feedback, and it's just changed, hasn't it? It's great little evolution.
Like anything in business or life, it's a journey, isn't it? And when I started doing the podcast last year with Tom, it was a learning experience, a learning curve, and actually, like Morgan's a good guy, got a good business, and he was kind of giving me advice at the time, and I think maybe I misunderstood the direction I wanted the podcast to go in. I didn't know what I wanted from it. For me, it was really like focusing on my own personal development to try and do something that was different to outside of my comfort zone, if you like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I don't know. It's been a good process the last 12 months, but I think with you coming on board now, and for us from a stability and the future perspective, it just needed a tweak. So I think I really like. Remind me what the title of the podcast.
Shut up! How many times have we gone over this? We've gone over this so many times. You haven't been able to grasp it all day, have you?
Go on.
Welcome to British Business, the bottom line.
That's it, the bottom line.
British Business, the bottom line. Because that is the only thing that matters, Matthew.
You're a good marketeer. I respect that. So yeah, how's things?
Yeah, right, mate. I literally just filmed 2 YouTube videos actually that no one's going to watch.
Why is no one going to watch them?
Wow, they're slow burners, aren't they? These YouTube videos when you first start, you got to be in it for the long haul, haven't you? And you've got to be willing to take a few hits. I think is the memo for this one. I'm a bit late to this party. I probably do have a lot to talk about in our industry from a longer form perspective, but it's taken me a while to get going. But we've just recorded another 2 videos which we'll release. But yeah, it's taken a long time, and now we're here filming this one straight after.
Yeah, I mean, my view on that is I think you need to do it slowly, and it does take time. But I mean, like this little tiny podcast that we got. I mean, this podcast, it's not hitting big numbers or anything like that, but there is a steady line of growth when you go on the Spotify app, or if you go on YouTube, it's growing, which is really nice to see. Every month, more people subscribe, more people follow it, more people watch it, which is really good. And people message.
That's all you can ask for, really, isn't it?
People say that they enjoy it, but with content marketing, with the stuff that you're doing for your business now, like it is delayed gratification. That's the problem.
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah, mate. Honestly, it really is. You got to be willing to just look at it and think, do you know what? I know I'm doing the right thing. I genuinely believe in what we're talking about. Some of the educational videos we're doing. I believe we do have the right idea here. We just need to kind of ignore what those figures are saying to begin with, to be like, look, if it affects just one people, we gain just one client from it, then it's an investment that's totally worth making. And I think that's the thing with, businesses that do start doing like some content marketing. If you haven't already started, then you really, really need to. But also you need to be willing just to keep doing it and keep showing up all the time. And yeah, I haven't succeeded at anything that we've done, but from the numbers, so to speak, we haven't hit any great heights. But every single time we post a piece of content, it gets viewed by lots of different eyeballs, and ultimately, it's been the main driver in our growth, because ultimately, it's been the only marketing we've done.
Yeah, I mean, I think the important thing is that you've just got to keep doing it. Like
You have to keep doing it. You have to keep showing up, and you have to keep doing it all the time.
and it might feel not great, but you've got to keep doing it. I mean, have you watched the Holland's Country Clothing YouTube channel? Have you looked at that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of videos on there with like 50,000 views that I filmed back in 2021. I think we did 4 or 3 days of filming, and we filmed like some. I mean, some people listening, just type in Holland's Country Clothing on YouTube and watch some of the videos that were uploaded around that time. We've got some good viewer numbers, but the content was shit. And we've not gone back, and done more, but we've had the views. There's been a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs have looked at that because maybe the products were right or whatever, but also times happened. But I think James Sinclair, when I saw him yesterday, he was saying to me, that's something that you need to do more of 100%. And Sarah said a few weeks back, she was like, have you seen the Blundstone video that we recorded in 2021, 22, I think it was? It's got 50,000 views. And we were like, what? It is.
And you're literally talking like 4 years on now.
Yeah.
And that's the power of it, isn't it? It goes out there once, it's there forever, and it can be viewed whenever somebody wishes to view it.
Now we stopped doing that content because we couldn't really afford to do it at that time. We were struggling as a business. Things were not struggling, but things were challenging, and we had to. And so, but imagine if we'd carried on.
Oh yeah, the 4 years you've missed.
If we'd done one video even per week or per month, if it was just one per month on a product breakdown video, imagine the kind of the
compounding,
the compounding effect that would have had on all of the content on that channel. So I think the key takeaway there is you've got to be consistent with it, which is why we're with this podcast. Like, I've not missed a single week since I launched it with Tom, and then since you've been on board, we've been consistent for last year. And we'll be hitting 6 months in a couple of months' time, and a year and a half, 18 months, 6 months for me and you on it. And it's just consistency. That's the key thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, keep showing up.
So
you've had a busy couple of days, mate, haven't you? You touched on it a moment ago, but what have you been up to?
I feel like I've been in a washing machine.
You had a week's holiday. You had a week's holiday. The last time we recorded, you were in sunny Spain.
Yeah, I've paid for it in blood, basically. I feel like I've had the blood drawn out of me by the business and by my entrepreneurial spirit. It's kind of been like, this is me though. It's like boom and bust. You know what I mean? Like I go from having a week off, enjoying the sunshine, being in the pool with the kids, to then like landing on Saturday. And then Sunday morning up at 5:30 on the road. I think it was a 14-hour day. We did like a trade show / it was actually direct to consumer for Holland's Country Clothing. It was like a bit of a brand building exercise, bit of a show. We had a stand. Sarah's organised them all. It was amazing. I'm really proud of what we did as a business, and hats off to her. For organising.
Have you done that before? Is that the first time you've been to a show like that?
Well, originally we used to do country shows and markets. That's all we did.
Yeah, back in the day.
For 15 years before I joined. 20 years like that. That's all that was going on. I've done bits and pieces as a result, like when I first joined the business. But I mean, we're talking 7 years ago since we last did an event. And that was selling.
Why did you stop then? Just it gets too busy, or you feel like it's not necessarily needed at the time, or?
Well, at the time I was packing parcels on my grandma's kitchen table, and I felt like that was a better endeavour than loading a van up, driving for 3 hours, doing a 12-hour day, and then driving 3 hours back. I was just like, this knackers you out, and then the next day you're not productive. So I thought, well, me and Mark agreed that because it was just me and Mark in the business at that point. We agreed that we need to do less of this and we need to focus on the online, and that's what we did. And then we've gone from 180k to probably 15 million quid this year or something like that.
So why the pivot back to a trade show then?
Because it's brand building, and I think actually our consumer now for that brand, for Holland's Country Clothing, like I think you it's actually a great touch point for them to see us there, for people in the industry. And actually, the humbling experience, which I was like taken aback by, is not many people knew who we were. So,
Really?
yeah, not
That's
many.
crazy, isn't it?
Well, that's exciting, is it not? Because that means
Yeah, that
big
is very
market.
exciting. That's mad. You think about how much you're doing in that market and in that space, in that industry.
Yeah. I
And you're
thought
saying you were speaking to people for the first time. That is nuts.
there was quite a lot of people that knew who we were and knew who Chris was, who was our partner for the event. We sponsor a YouTuber within that niche, and people recognise him and they recognise us as a part of that partnership, and people have bought from us. But I think it's a really strong level of positive reinforcement. People love those bottle openers that you did, by the way.
Ah, did they? They went down a treat.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
They were, and actually, some of the trucker caps went out. They were good. The beanies.
Yeah, I saw some of those in the photos. Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I don't think we gave them all away. We tried to, but we didn't. I think we took the right amount. So I think some of it we'll save to give away at Christmas, probably.
Yeah, nice.
And then I think the plan is to do more events, basically. So that was a long day, and when you're talking to loads of people all day, so then got back Sunday night, and then I was up again out the door early on Monday morning. Drove down to it. So that was in Staffordshire. So that was a lot. That was like, I've done loads of driving, and then went down to Essex on Monday morning. 5-hour drive. It's such a mission, Essex. It's like right on the.
That's a mission from that is a mission for me. It's definitely a mission for you.
I mean, but there's a lot of really great businesses down there. I'll tell you, like
there's loads of businesses down there,
and some proper entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Sinclair and his business. I'm talking about like there's. I mean, he is great, but there's lots of little businesses, a lot of SMEs that are like. You just speak. There's people I've spoken to in the last 2 days. It's been amazing. I feel inspired. I feel motivated. It's great.
So you went down there. You met with James Sinclair on Monday.
Yeah. So let's come to that in a minute. But let me read you British Business Facts of the Week, which is placed quite nicely into this kind of little topic. So 76% of small business owners say mentoring and time with experienced peers has been key to their business's growth. Yet too many of the UK's 5.5 million SME owners have never taken part in any form of it. Source: Enterprise Nation, National Mentoring Day report. So, I mean, it's interesting that. I mean, how much time do you spend doing peer-to-peer knowledge exchanges with other business owners, like where you have a conversation and you talk about your business and then they talk about theirs and you ask questions?
No, nowhere near enough.
Yeah. But has the experience been positive for you when you do?
Yeah, well, that's where you and I started, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
100% positive.
Because you kind of those brain connections just start all firing off, and
you come out of conversations like that with a tremendous amount of fire in your belly. You might feel a bit downtrodden about some of the things you've discussed, but if you can view it in the right way, 100% you come out of it and you think, oh fucking hell. Or so often do you get blindsided by some of the thought processes that you've got, and you think you've got the right idea, and then someone literally just says, "Have you thought about this?" And you're like, shit. And how have I not thought about that?
I love it because it doesn't need to be someone in your niche. Like we're selling clothing, obviously, so we're similar. But like James from Nutriseed, as an example, he's selling juices and other random stuff. Yes, he's online retail, but there's other people. Like Briggsy the butcher. I rang him today. I had a good chat with him as I was driving. We were talking about James Sinclair's accelerator program because Ryan's on that, Ryan Briggs. And we were just talking about that because I might be thinking about maybe doing something like that. But yeah, it's just good. It's good talking to other business owners.
I'm quite lucky that I get to talk to them every single day. I wouldn't say I do it from a one-to-one perspective where I'm actively seeking out information. I probably don't do that enough. But I mean, the conversations I have in here on the daily about other people's businesses and what's working for them, I'm always intrigued to find out.
You're probably quite uniquely positioned, actually, as a B2B business,
Mm.
but also where you're getting your clients potentially coming in and you're picking the phone up, you're doing check-ins with them and what have you. So
Yeah.
you get to ask a bit like, how's your, and maybe that's business, B2B businesses in general. But what I'm talking about is not that. I'm talking about scheduling a video call or a coffee in where you sit down and you chat about how's business, what's going on. And it's like a purposeful meeting. And I think that's hugely powerful. So I've done a lot of that. So what have I been doing the last few days? So British Business Facts of the Week is basically 3/4 of business owners say that mentoring and time with experienced other business owners has been key to their business growth. I will 100% say that me going from that 180k a year to 15 million probably this year and probably more in the next few years is probably down to the people that I've networked with.
Yeah.
From opening up new pathways in my brain. So, not all of it. So, some of it's my own, I suppose, drive.
But properly networked with as well. You're not talking about a little conversation over a beer in a networking event where someone's trying to pitch your business. You're talking about really getting into the nitty gritty of, I think so too. You're talking about sitting down and really opening up about what is working and what isn't working and trying to get through the nitty gritty of what can I do to try and make these things better, aren't you?
Exactly. So what I would say is networking events are like prospecting for having these conversations. And then what you've got to do as a business owner is you've got to say, right, listen, Charlie, great to meet you doing WhatsApp. Great to meet you. Can we jump on a call? Can we schedule an hour of time in? And we just talk about your business, my business. I'll chat about my challenges. You talk about your challenges. Let's chew the fat a bit. Let's have a conversation. And that is powerful. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Super powerful.
Definitely.
The trip down to Essex, I had a one-to-one with James Sinclair, which is kind of off the back of buying a gold ticket to one of his events last year. That was great. And sometimes when you do stuff like that, it's like paid mentoring, and I'm doing that on behalf of my business. So I go there and I talk about the different things, the different plates that I'm spinning as the managing director, because my job is basically business development. Really, now I'm not involved in the day-to-day as such. So it's new ideas, new projects, solving problems, those kind of things. And he kind of chips his 2 pence in, or his £2 or his 200 quid, like
£2,000.
Look at it, £2,000. But like his perspective on things is interesting because he's running a group of businesses that total turnovers 50, 60 million quid turnover now, and it's like, wow, that's a different scale, that's a different level. So his insights were great. And that was more of a one-way conversation. We spoke a little bit about the challenges of business. And I think businesses like his are definitely feeling it a little bit. He looked like, he's hurt his knee, so he's he's not moving around as best as he used to last time I saw him. Yeah, he's, for people that don't know or haven't heard, this guy, he's an entrepreneur. He slipped and fell on ice in January and absolutely shattered his knee, so he's not in a good way, but he's getting there. I like James Sinclair. Some people aren't as keen on him, but I think he's fantastic.
I think you got to admire the bloke.
Yeah, respect, actually.
Do you know what I mean? It's mad respect to do what you're doing and spin the plate you're spinning. It takes some fucking doing. Like you think about us trying to do it, me trying to do it with 1-2 businesses. Like Jesus Christ,
he's got 2,000 employees.
Yeah, it's mental. I couldn't imagine the sleepless nights on that one.
So what's the payroll on that? A lot.
Oh, I dread to think.
So when we're talking about these increases on things that have happened in the start of April for our businesses, well, it compounds for a business like that, doesn't it? It's pretty savage.
Christ, done it just.
So that was a great conversation. And people that haven't been to his events, I'd recommend going to one or two. You'll learn.
So would I.
100%.
You'll also meet some fucking cracking people there as well.
Well, that's the other point, is I've used him as a basically a tool to unlock relationships, because
some of the people in that room are the people in those rooms are crazy, aren't they?
Me and you met via that. You reached out to me on that, which I thought was really good. And not many people have done that, but I've done it the other way around a lot. So I thought it said a lot about you, the fact that you were doing that. Were you trying to do a hard sell on me? I can't remember.
No, I wasn't actually.
I try and say that
I was just offering to help you.
Personalization. That was it. Yeah. So you were very.
And that was a bit of a gamble at the time, to be honest with you, because you look at it and you think, well, you've obviously got a bigger business than me. You start personalizing some stuff, then
Might crush you.
You could quite easily crush us. But I thought
that might
do you know
still
what?
happen,
I
Charlie.
don't. I'm not. Yeah, it might still happen, mate. It might well still happen. But I just thought, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna reach out, see if anyone wants any help. Different area of the country from me, and just see what happens. And it's been all positive, really, hasn't it?
I think, and for the people listening, I think you should if you want to have a chat with Charlie about like content marketing, message him. Charlie will have a chat with you. Do you know what I mean? But Charlie will ask you questions about your business so he can learn. It's a peer-to-peer conversation. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But I've done the same.
Because I don't know a lot really at the moment. Still learning.
Well, but that's the point. Is it?
We always are, aren't we?
We are, exactly. But it's not about you having a skill set completed, but you've got a certain number of hours in that game. And that was something I observed in the meeting with James Sinclair yesterday, is that he's got his 10,000 hours in certain areas. And I've got my 10,000 hours in certain areas. And I'm very strong in areas that he might be weak in. And he's very strong in areas that I'm weak in. And probably overall, he's got more hours overall, let's be honest. But you will be stronger in some areas than he is, I suspect, in certain things. And I think you can learn from smaller businesses. That's the point I'm trying to make. So sometimes you get into this situation where if you're doing a £1 million turnover, you're like, well, I don't really want to talk to a business doing £200,000 turnover or £300,000 turnover. Well, actually, my view is, as someone doing over 8 figures, actually, I get a lot out of conversations with people doing under £1 million because they're at the sharp end of it. And you end up talking about things that they probably should be doing. And then it's kind of like self-coaching yourself to go, yeah, I should be thinking about just checking and making sure I'm doing that. And then also they might say something or have a different perspective on something you say because they're often interested in your business because it's larger. And it works the other way around as well. So when I talk to, there's a guy, Ryan from School of Play. Again, I met him at James Sinclair event. Me and him were chatting over breakfast in the Blue Boar. And coincidentally, he lives 15 minutes from where my gym is that I go to. And we just got talking. And then it's like, right, let's meet up. We've met like 3 or 4 times. Today he's been WhatsApping me and we've been chatting while I've been driving on voice notes and things. And it's just great. Like, you just get all this energy. It's good. So, yeah, Sinclair, that was a good experience. And then Jacob Lockwood drove over and stayed at the Blue Boar last night. So me and him and his partner Ruth had a nice Italian meal, which was good.
Oh,
so
nice.
First time I've met him in person, actually, he's sound. I like Jacob.
Bet that was a conversation that really stuck to the tracks, wasn't it, and carried on in the right vein, and just kind of followed a nice, even, consistent path.
Yeah, Jacob is
the
amazing.
two of you in a room together.
Yeah, I mean, we
eating some spaghetti like Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'm laughing. What is Lady and the Tramp?
Lady and the Tramp. It's a Disney film, man.
Is it?
You know the iconic scene where they're both eating the spaghetti, both. Oh, come on, dogs, isn't it?
I don't know. But yeah,
You're
Ruth
the lady and he's the tramp.
Definitely the other way around. He is dressed superbly whenever I see him. He's like,
I bet he was. I bet he was impeccable, wasn't he?
He had his makeup on. He had his eyeliner on. He looked beautiful.
I bet he did.
He gave me a hug. He even gave me a kiss on the cheek. That's how affectionate he was. Bless him.
Bless him.
Yeah, Jacob's great.
So yeah, you had dinner with him. That was eventful.
That was eventful. Yeah, we just chatted all about business. It was amazing. Went to sleep. Met him in the car park at 6:30 a.m. Or 6:45 it was, because I had to head off to go and meet Peter from Happy Stride, which I was late for because of traffic and because Jacob was chunnering on again. So that was like,
did he get it? Did he open the side of the van door and get his wares out for you?
Yeah, and do you know what? That was great. I got to see some of the products and bits and pieces. He's got some good products. Yeah. Although I think I gave him a couple of little things on product development that just my opinions, but I think because obviously you and I, from a clothing perspective, there was a few, I won't say what, but just a couple of things I think you should tweak. But what a great brand he's building. Amazing business.
Oh yeah.
Like it's going to be incredible. That's going to be big business.
Yeah, it's an exciting one to watch that one. That's an exciting one to watch that.
Yeah.
100%. And if you're not watching already, you should be.
And then I drove from his place to a coffee place in Southend-on-Sea and met with Pete from Happy Stride, who listens to the podcast. Shout out to Pete. He's just ran the Brighton Marathon in 3 hours and something. Wait a minute, weren't you?
Oh, shut up. I knew that was coming. As soon as you said the word
training
Brighton.
for the Brighton Marathon, haven't you?
No, look, we all entered the Brighton Marathon. Training didn't start on time. Got to after Christmas, and I thought I can't fucking do it, so I haven't done it.
Who is all? Just so I can give some abuse to
me, Tom, and Kieran. We agreed to run the Brighton Marathon last year, and we did not do it. I know. Look, life happens, doesn't it? Life happens. Spent 4 months ill. You know, just life happens.
No comment. I'm not commenting on it.
No thanks. I would appreciate it if you didn't comment any more than you already have, to be perfectly honest with you.
I've just pointed it out. We got on the topic of Brighton.
You've pointed out more than once, I tell you.
Peter ran the Brighton Marathon this weekend. He entered it. He ran it. You entered it. I was just checking in. Calm down.
Did he run in a pair? Which pair of his own shorts did he wear in, please?
One of them. I'm not sure which one, but basically for people listening,
come on.
Happy Stride is great. It's like all these funky designs and colours. It's good stuff. I've got a few pairs of the shirts. I can't get away with all of it. It's just not my look.
No,
I've got a few. I've got a couple of funky pairs. Yeah, it's good. If
What's
you were
your
running, I don't know the name of it, but something with pink on and I don't know. Pretty good.
Was it got pineapples on or bananas?
Something like that. They are wild. Just type in Happy Stride. It's good. He's actually started his own podcast. Have you seen that?
No. And has he not invited you on yet?
Well, I actually made a self-deprecating joke today to Paul, his who helps him out with logistics a little bit. I was kind of saying, like, I think he just needs to keep run, because it's a running podcast, and I was like, it needs to have runners on, not people like Matt Holland that do a bit of running. So
let's try and get some real people on, some real runners.
Yeah, exactly. So he's had a few running coaches on. It's actually quite good. He's done about 6 episodes.
That's good.
So he's doing that, I think, 1 a month, and I thought that was really good. Like,
that's
so
good commitment.
telling me about that. But yeah, his business is going well. It's hard though out there. Like Jacob, James Sinclair, Pete, you, me, we're all feeling it. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what industry you're in, does it?
Like, you go from James Sinclair doing those big numbers, and then the 4 of us doing these smaller numbers. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
So
and it's all relative, isn't it, as well?
It is, yeah. And one of the things I said to, I think it was Peter, it might have been Jacob. It might have been Jacob last night. I was saying how the problems don't disappear. The problems just change in size and shape and direction and the angle that they come from. And if anything, they get bigger and scarier in some regard. Yeah. Depending on the pace you're moving at. And then I went and filmed an episode with Paul and his brother. I think it's Lee. Let me just check.
Paul and Lee.
Paul and Lee, Dispatch Bros. They would say, and they've got a great podcast called Just Pull the Trigger. They do third-party fulfillment, and they've got a guitar strings business doing a bit online. The solid business. But yeah, I was chatting to them because they've got a podcast and they've had some good guests, and then they've had one of the recent ones has been a bit, a bit difficult. I think a bit hard.
You know what your giveaway, mate, is that you start laughing before that joke starts to come. So before the punchline comes, I can see you smirking because you already laughing at yourself. So it doesn't come as a shock to me. I've already know what you're going to say.
They had this guy. They had this guy on called Charlie Smith, and he was apparently a terrible guest. That was the joke, haha. So anyway, Charlie's been on. Paul, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Charlie's been on Paul and Lee's podcast. It's a good setup they've got there.
Yeah, great little setup, I tell you.
Like,
that's a good. It's impressive.
Nice unit.
Like what they're running out of that unit is impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, they own the freehold. They've got the neighbouring unit. They've got stable business, good business, family-run business. 2 brothers. They're doing 3PL for other businesses. So people that don't know what 3PL means is third-party logistics. So doing picking and packing other people's orders. they're doing other stuff. They've got like, just proper entrepreneurial family.
it's
It's
good.
great. It's like, I really enjoyed chatting to them both, and we were kind of chewing the fat and having a whinge about different things. It was good crack. And then their podcast setup, they've kind of got this area of the warehouse that's got 3 cameras. It's proper studio style setup.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really
I like
good.
it.
Interchangeable backdrops and all sorts. They can do
Have
like
they got
multi different things in there. Yeah, it's
see,
like hanging
you
new one
obviously
up
had a
and
bit-
stuff. Yeah.
You had a more
So for like
in-depth
Strings Direct and that,
conversation.
they can do they can produce the content out there for Strings Direct as well as film the podcast as well. So yeah, it's good. Great little setup that I was quite impressed.
Why are you not doing that for your customers? You should get a little.
At the moment, I've got loads of clothes around me, so
Yeah,
space is one of those things at the moment. But
that is a challenge, and actually,
it's definitely something I thought about. There might be some plans for that.
Yeah. So yeah, anyone listening, check out their podcast. Just Pull the Trigger. I think they've done about 16 or 17 episodes. He said he got 5 recorded in the bank though, so they're kind of doing one every other week, I think. And good podcast. Good little podcast, like our little podcast. It's decent. But the conversation with them was great. Like, we were talking all about different things, and it was quite. We're talking about some of the challenges that I've faced in business. Like, yeah. So I was pretty direct and open.
You have a little light bulb moment through it or not?
That's a good question. I think
Put you on the spot.
it was a very philosophical kind of. I mean, we're a bit like that on this podcast, but it made me appreciate how fortunate I am to be in the position I am today. But
how
also,
fortunate, how well you've done to get to that position. I don't think there's any fortune there, mate.
Well, you create your own success and luck to a certain degree. But my point is I feel fortunate, but I have worked hard for it.
Yeah, you've slogged it. Yeah, you have slogged it.
Yeah, it's been a grind.
Yeah.
So
you need those moments, don't you? If it takes that for you to stop and realise what you've done, where you've come from, then
But
that goes back to having those conversations, doesn't it? With
with Sinclair and one of the things I would say that I realised is it was those two sat there together, Paul and Lee, brothers, business owners, and we were having a chat on the podcast, and I was thinking, I'm obviously there representing my family business, and I'm very fortunate because I'm able to go off and gallivant down to Essex for 2 days, and the business just runs and is profitable and everything's going well because I've got 3 amazing people loads of amazing people in the business, but primarily Robert and Sarah, my brother and sister, my co-directors, who they're serious. Like, they know what they're doing. It's not the Matt Holland show. It's a 3-way partnership. And then we've got people like Danny, and I suppose I felt a lot of gratitude going down there the last 2 days, because you kind of sometimes you forget to appreciate what you've got and who you've got, I suppose. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it was good. And then I drove back up. I was supposed to stop off and meet James Green from Nutriseed for a couple of hours, but I just mistimed it, and he had a meeting 2 till 3. So instead of that, we spent 2.5 hours on the phone together while I was driving.
Bloody hell, man.
Just chatting about business.
You've had a real full-on couple of days then, mate, talking all about running a business.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, you need to go to sleep now. But you've had a great couple of days. You've thrown yourself back into it after a week off, which is admirable. And
I've got 5 weeks straight now, and then I've got a couple of weeks in the caravan with the kids, which I'll be probably working while I'm doing that. And I've got a few projects that are like hot that I need to nail down and get squared away. So that's how I operate. I do like a push and a bit of a pivot and a retreat and a fortify, and then a push again. That's how I behave. I'm not very like, I'm going to operate at 7 out of 10 throughout the year. It's like I'm going 12 out of 10 for 3 weeks, and then I need to have a week off or a lower productive week just to kind of reset. That's always worked for me. Push really hard for as long as I can, and then let's look at it. Is it good? Do you think that's good?
Wow, what's the right answer, mate? I don't know.
I
I don't know what the right
sometimes-
answer is. You can't keep going there all the time and have a burnout, can you? You've got to try and manage it somehow. And if you can find yourself those little pauses and those breaks, and it enables you to reset yourself and go harder afterwards, then that's what works for you, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It does work for me. Is it the most efficient model? I don't know.
Who knows?
I think we've done all right to get where we are, but I think what has got you to where you are today will not get you where you want to be in 10 years' time.
No, I think you got to always adjust and pivot, haven't you?
Which is why, and link you back to the topic of the episode, business owners never need to stop learning.
No, I agree.
Depending on the type of learner you are, some people can sit and read a book. I can't do that. I've never been able to read really properly. Like, it's just my brain just doesn't compute and digest the information. So speaking to people, podcasts, videos, meeting people in person, that's how I learn. So that's why I do it. That's why I invest the time in it personally and professionally. I do it both in my own time and when I'm working on the business.
Fair dues,
So,
mate.
Yeah, I don't know. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Claude's question of the week.
Yep.
You ready for this one, Charles?
Mm.
When did you last deliberately put yourself in front of someone who is further ahead than you? And what's actually stopping you from doing it more often? So I've got an interesting perspective on this. Do you want me to say it again?
Well, I've done it 36 minutes ago. By sitting in front of you. I done it 2 weeks ago when I went down to Essex and went on Paul and Lee's podcast.
Yeah. So you're doing it. I
done it a
think
few
sometimes I notice something. There's some entrepreneurs that are willing to do that and willing to be open and put themselves out there and go, like, you've got a bigger business than me. I want to learn from you. I'm doing that next week with another business owner who I won't name, but he's doing a lot more revenue than I am. And I'm going to go into that conversation and want to learn from him. But it's kind of a humbling thing because you kind of like, business is a little bit egotistical sometimes, or it can be with certain business owners. So you have to be willing to.
It is with some people.
Yeah, that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, for people listening, if you feel like sometimes you can be a little bit like that, maybe just think about have a bit of humility and going, no, I do want to learn. You might not, that person that's doing more revenue, you might go, oh yeah, well that's not great about their business. That's not great about their business, or and you might try and put a negative spin on it to make yourself feel good sometimes. I'm not like this, but I've seen people behave in that way. And I think for me, challenge yourself to put yourself out of your comfort zone and listen to someone that, even if what you hear is not what you like, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So sometimes
if you're not open to hear, I mean, feedback's a gift, isn't it? If you're not open to hearing some of those things and open to learning from it, then I think if you find someone like that when you're trying to reach out to people, then just go and find another one. Would be my opinion.
Well, that's it. Reps and sets.
I ain't got time for that bullshit. Life's so short. Like you're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time, aren't you? And really, you want to try and learn as much information as you possibly can in such a short space of time to try and fulfill whatever it is you want to fulfill. And if you haven't got to waste time listening to some of that bullshit all the time. And I think sometimes there's a lot of it about, sadly.
Yeah. I think, I couldn't agree more. I think you need to listen. And I think business owners definitely need to consume as much entrepreneurial content as possible and come into contact, because there's not many entrepreneurs out there. And actually, when you're walking around your business, coming into contact with people at the gym, there is a lot of business owners out there, but if you think about it as a percentage of the population in the UK, it's 1 in 10. And unfortunately, in a bit of a horrible way, not all business owners are equal. Some people are at different stages of their career. Some people
absolutely.
You've got out there are bad business owners in the sense they're not good people. They're not great to be around. They're a bit toxic. They do bad things to other business owners. So it's you got to kiss a few frogs in the game.
Yeah, you have, mate. Yeah, you definitely have. Yeah.
Anything you'd add from Charlie's end?
No.
What's going on?
No,
at the
I'm
sharp
happy.
end?
On the bottom line, you mean?
On the bottom. No, the bottom line is your net profitability, isn't it? Well, I'm talking about the sharp end of the pod.
No, not a lot, mate.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Much of the same. Like I say earlier, filming some more videos, and just trying to rinse and repeat that process and keep driving forward. Really.
Reps and sets, and
reps and sets, baby, reps and sets.
In effort to, if I were to ask you one last kind of like, what would be your main takeaway from today's episode?
It's probably a realization that I don't do what you've done as much as what I probably could do. I think I'm probably a little bit like not more so than you, but I restrict myself from a family perspective. But there are opportunities for me to do more of the things that you're doing. I think when you've really utilized your time in the last 24, 48 hours by not wasting any of the time you've had. So you might have crammed it, but you've also really utilized it by dinner with Jacob. You've met Pete from Happy Strides the day before, whereas 2 weeks ago, I drove down to Essex, drove back. That's the one thing I achieved in that one day. So for me, I'm thinking, could I be a little bit more productive with some of my time? I probably could be.
Yeah, because I've heard a few people talk about kind of like, my priority is my family, my children and stuff like that. And when they say that to me, I'm kind of thinking, when you say that, do you say that to me?
Did you realise
that isn't my priority or something like that? And maybe there is a bit of guilt there. Maybe sometimes the business has, from a fascia looking from outside in, it may appear like that. But like last week, I spent 4 days in the swimming pool every day, getting bombarded by my own kids and not my own kids. I was getting attacked. It was pretty ruthless. Like, it's been an intense week. But then the reason I can do that is because I've not done any work, because before I went, I was doing what I needed to do, and then I've done this. So you're just efficient with your time. That's the key thing.
Yeah, you got to be efficient with your time. Yeah, for sure.
100%. And you got to get the most out of
all the opportunities.
The other time, so you got to get the most out of the time with your kids and your family. And when you have got the downtime, don't be on your phone. Don't be a dick. Like, try and I'm guilty of that. Like, I get distracted, but we need to be.
Yeah, it's hard to be on it all the time, though, isn't it? Oof.
On your phone or be present with your family.
I think it's hard to do everything all the time. It's hard. I think there's moments where your mind drifts off into the other things that you want to do when you're supposed to be in the moment of what you're doing in that particular moment. I think it's so hard to be switched on, A, to business all the time, B, to family all the time. There are moments, I think, when you need to just exist. But I think it's about trying to pick those times and then be kind of ruthless and consistent with yourself to say, no, this is what we're doing, this is when I'm doing it, and this is what I'm going to try and achieve in those set periods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And I think it's compartmentalization is what I'm trying to talk about. So trying to have some rules and put boundaries in place whereby it's like, right, when I walk through that door, I'm going to be as disciplined as I can be to not look at my emails, to not look at Teams.
Yeah.
For me, they're the things that then flick my brain. And I'm going to try and be present with the kids. I mean, I'm sat, I've seen the kids for half an hour today. Which isn't great, but I had a lot of time with them last week, and tomorrow I'm going to have time with them. I'm doing drop off and pick up, I think, off the top of my head. So I'm going to be
check the calendar.
I'll check the calendar. It literally is because that's how I've got to structure my week and my day. I need to make sure things are slotted in and organised. So anyway, should we leave it there, Charles?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you lasted 48 minutes.
That was a good episode.
That was good. Yeah, I quite like getting into that. That was a real open one, wasn't it? Honest. What's actually been happening? What have you been doing? And what can we all do better? It was great.
Hopefully people's got some good value. So we'll see you on the next one, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.